Hi, I'm Kate Zaleski.
I'm Charlie Roberts.
Welcome to the guest list. This is a really exciting time at Delaware North as we are on the verge of rebranding an entire subsidiary at Delaware North. We have been in the gaming and entertainment business for decades, and our gaming business has been known as Delaware North Gaming. The team, our gaming team, our marketing teams, our branding teams have been working together for a year or more to really focus efforts on rebranding this entire subsidiary, which is not something that we do very frequently at Delaware North. And so we are thrilled to be joined today by Jill Eden and Lee Terfloth from our gaming leadership team, who are going to talk all about this new brand for us here at Delaware North Gaming. So Jill and Lee, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
So I'm not revealing that. I didn't want to steal your thunder. But why don't you tell us the name of the new name of our subsidiary?
Yes, so we are now Ember Entertainment, formerly Delaware North Gaming and Entertainment. So we're rebranding as a whole.
Jill, this is a huge moment for Delaware North as a whole. But what made now the right time to do this?
Yeah, so it actually started with Investor Day. We took a hard look at the next 5 years of the company and the gaming sub specifically. And one thing that we noticed right away was that we are missing a consistent brand. When you look at all of our competitors, they're known for the Caesars and the Hard Rock and the Wynn, and we weren't tied together in any way. We didn't even have a presence on any website where like all locations were tied together. So the one thing that stood out was branding was super important during that entire exercise. And as we go omni-channel and go into more of the digital world and our social aspect, we realized it was really important for us to rename, come up with something strong, and put us all under one umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of an identity crisis where we're Delaware North Gaming, we're Lucky North Rewards, we're Betley, we're Southland and Mardi Gras and Wheeling, and we're Lucky North Casino on our social side. We needed something that spoke together as a single voice.
Lee, I'm so glad that you started to touch on that. And Jill, you used the term omnichannel. And Charlie, don't give me a dirty look because I know that you were going to ask this question, but it's a perfect segue. And so, Lee, you're touching on, we have so many facets of our gaming business, right? We have brick and mortar casinos, and we have interactive gaming, and we have social gaming, and we have rewards. So tell us a little bit about this omnichannel approach, and why is this going to feel different for our guests?
So it all starts with the rewards program. The rewards program is the foundation of everything that we can use to bring people together. So Ember Rewards, is what...
This is great. We're all stealing each other's lines. I love
Right.
it. We don't rehearse this ahead of time. So,
so Ember Rewards will be the thing that pulls everything together. And now customers will be able to earn both on our brick and mortar and in our online gaming and our social gaming together towards a singular goal. So what we like to call it is bricks and clicks as we bring everything together.
Love that.
This feels much broader than just a logo refresh, a new name. I guess, either of you jump in, but...
Oh, much more than that,
Yeah.
Charlie. This, like Kate said, it's been a year in the making, from as far as exploring what our name should be, what's available, all the vetting, working through what it looks like. We've had amazing support from our internal creative studio on bringing the actual image to life and what it looks like. So yes, this is far more than that. I mean, we are really building an empire, right? We're looking at our business as a whole and saying everybody's now together. We're all under one uniform brand. This is what it means. But the power of earning is really what matters. So he hit on that. When you look at our competitors in this space, some of the ones that do it best, that's what the guests want, that one view of their wallet and their points and their tiers, so that no matter where they go and play, or they're on their couch or they're at a different property, it's all connected.
And why Ember? So tell us about the name and the brand. And obviously you can see a little bit of the aesthetic behind us. So tell us a little bit about what Ember means and how you got there.
Yeah, we went on this wonderful journey that involved multiple agencies and a lot of creative thinking to try and get here. And after hundreds of rejected names, Jill came up with Ember. And we all did a cartwheel when she did.
Yeah, so essentially, we had a few that we liked, but nothing that would pass all of the background checks, or nothing that all the URLs were available with. So we were on a call one day, and I was just like, what about Ember? And Jason and Jeff were like, yeah, we like it. And Lee's like, yes, let's do this. So for me, when we're out in the field training, we're doing all of the town halls right now with all of our locations. It really is, it only takes a spark. So our team is our spark, and people come and choose us, not just for machines or the amenities that we have, but for a lot of our actual internal team members. So for us, with Ember, we're identifying exactly what our service standards mean, what our service promise will be to all of our guests with warm hospitality. And with Ember, it's the heart of the flame. So, that's where we came from. We wanted something welcoming and inviting. We feel like our properties you're the people next door, right? And that's what we wanted to bring across through all of our locations, that we're the place you choose because we're friendly and we're nice and we're welcoming.
It's so exciting. And Lee, what I think it's important what you touched on, and I think anybody who's gone through a major rebranding initiative has been through something similar. It's a labor of love. It's an intensive process. And I think what that really speaks to is the passion of our team members and our leaders here about just how important our gaming business is and really that commitment to wanting to get it right. So I'm sure anyone who's gone through a rebranding has kind of shared your pain, all in the best ways of like, we've got to get this right. And sometimes that takes a lot of iteration to get there. So kudos to you all for landing on this name, because as soon as we all heard it, I think whether you're in gaming or not at Delaware North, as soon as people heard the name, they were like, wow, yeah, that is absolutely who we are.
Yeah, and we actually had the opportunity to debut this a couple of weeks ago in New Jersey for the launch of our new online casino. So the gaming industry has had a little bit of a look at this for a couple of weeks, and I was in Florida last week at a conference. I must have been pulled away by 10 or 20 different CEOs saying, wow, that branding's really sharp. You guys really nailed that. Like that a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, keep going on that with the online casino, that you transitioned from Bentley. What's that process been like? And
So we have not begun the transition just yet. So we debuted in New Jersey, first time ever as Ember. And then on July 1st, we'll be rolling out to West Virginia and Ohio for the real money side, transitioning everybody over to Ember. And we have our customers are going to get a few emails from us announcing that change. And then as well, we'll be moving over our social side. So we have over several 100,000 customers on Lucky North Casino today that play, and we will be rolling that over to Ember Jackpot Casino as well. The big component for both of these, more so on the social side and in West Virginia, is we'll also be debuting the omni-channel rewarding component. So customers that have an existing account with today Lucky North Rewards, tomorrow Ember Rewards, will be able to earn comp dollars and tier points for their online and social play as well, which is bringing us in line with the industry. Mm-hmm. And then the next step will be to debut our phase 2 of that, where customers will be able to sign up for both channels together. That'll come over this summer.
that's great.
Talk to us a little bit about that guest journey, right? So like now as we transition to Ember Entertainment and we're talking about this omnichannel approach, how will this feel different for them?
Yeah, I think the first thing they do is recognize their tier. So we are changing all of our tier names. They are all Ember related. So we are going from Jewels, that we've been for the last 5 or 6 years, to Spark will be our initial tier, all the way up to Phoenix, which will be our top tier. We are keeping the real deal because that's important. So that's a select group of guests that, you don't have an earning component. You have to be invited to be in it. So for them, it's going to be the look and feel of the actual program, the earning components, and then being able to tie it all together. So once this launches, we will have a new Ember Rewards app. And in that app will be a wallet. We're going to debut cardless, which is kind of cool.
That's
so
exciting.
yeah, they'll be able to use Bluetooth technology at all of our machines and won't have to carry a physical card any longer. So it helps kind of tie in the technology along with all of your earning, across the board. So if they go home and they play on our social casino, or they live in West Virginia right now or New Jersey and play on our online app, it will tie them all together with one Ember Rewards number.
And as we continue to expand through the rewards program, adding more partnerships and other opportunities, that even though we don't have a property in New Jersey as an example, but those customers will be incentivized to earn rewards for Ember Rewards because maybe they want to go to the Palms or Yosemite or any of one of our great locations.
Actually, why don't you talk about that? Because I know you put a lot of effort into revamping our rewards program over the last 2 years. So do you want, even separate and apart, like before we started this journey with Ember, so why don't you talk to us a little bit about the rewards program? Because I know there's some really special elements of that.
There are. So I was challenged when I first came in as the director of Lucky North, actually, when I left the property and came to a corporate role, to revamp the program. And essentially it was, we need you to make this better, but we really don't have any budget. And I was like, okay. So I'm the girl that will knock on all the doors and ask for all the help. So I started talking to our other subs, and they were very gracious. So we built what's called Destinations, which is our partnership with Parks and Resorts. So our players, depending on their tier, they get a discount regardless, but our players, depending on their tier, get free trips to our parks locations. They love it. That is their number one benefit when we ask them. We work with Kathleen Batten's team to poll, like, what is your favorite tier benefit? What's your favorite partnership? And they always say Destinations. So they love being able to go to our locations. We've also expanded that to Palms and Yamava. So we have them as our sole partners in Las Vegas and LA. But we also have sports service. So we worked with sports service. We're able to give them access to tickets to different kinds of games. They've gone to VIP events. We have the Grizzlies with Southland, so we're able to attend that. But we really wanted to make sure that our rewards program stood for something. We incorporated the whole company, but we are really offering people something different that they're not going to get at, our competitors. So we tied it all into the same brand and built a rewards program that's not only strong and rewarding, but also ties back to everything that we do.
I think you kind of touched on this, but you've got kind of the casino down the street here in Hamburg. I guess what would surprise that casino goer about the new Ember experience? Is it the connection to the broader organization and some of the benefits?
I think it's the ability to earn when you're not at property. Is really a big start. You're on average. Customers going to go to the property 12 to 14 times a year, and so they may not be able to maintain that status the best way they can when they're not at property. Obviously, we want them there, but now when they're not there, they can fire up the Social Casino app, or in one of the states that we allow for it, the Real Money app, and they can, do the same thing they're doing everywhere else, because people that do have a propensity to game do that elsewhere outside of a brick and mortar as well. And so now they're going to get rewarded for doing the same thing they're already doing. When they walk into that property, maybe they get the VIP check-in now. Maybe they've upgraded their tier. Maybe they can get the free trip to Yosemite or Palms, or a free cruise, or whatever it is. That's the benefit, and that's what is going to tie it all together as we come together as our new mothership of Ember.
I will add to that. A lot of our properties, let's just say I've been in the field a lot, doing a lot of town halls. A lot of our own team members were unaware that we owned and operated so many casinos. So the guests have no idea. So people that play in Hamburg and Finger Lakes and Mardi Gras and Wheeling don't realize that we own both. So we are connecting the dots for them, and they're like, oh. Like right now, we do the manual work of matching their tier and kind of upgrading them, but it will all be integrated into one ecosystem for them to just seamlessly play on one card, one account.
That's amazing.
So that's going to be the biggest change for them.
That's great. So we kind of touched on this a year ago around this time, a little bit more than a year ago. You had referenced Investor Day, which for the benefit of our viewers, Investor Day was a major initiative across all of our subsidiary leadership who really took the time to articulate their visions for the future of their subsidiaries. And as Jill had alluded to, in gaming, they really talked about this one unified brand. So that was a year ago. Today we're launching Ember. A year from now, what does success look like for you guys?
So from my perspective, the biggest success here is awareness. I mean, as Jill just talked about, it's not knowing that, and having this identity crisis of customers not knowing who we are and what we stand for, and it's all connected. That's a huge opportunity for us, and that's what success will look like. Customers being rewarded across an omni-channel system. That's a huge opportunity. And then from my perspective, the savings, intangible savings of marketing dollars, because we're only marketing one product now. Mm-hmm. Ember is Ember is going to be huge for us, and really allow our marketing dollars to be more effective, go further, and do a lot more for us.
I just hear more work.
It's less work because it's only one.
Sure,
of three.
That's cute. For me, I think that what success looks like for us is, what does the future of the properties look like? We get asked this a lot. And, the discussion we had was, will Gate Cities move to the Sheraton become the first Ember Casino? We hope so, right? And we're working with branding right now to determine, what does an Ember Casino look like? Because we know that a lot of our properties are looking for upgrades. They're, going through some remodeling. But we want that standard that when you're at an Ember property. So for us, like it's the next phase of this doesn't just stop on 7-1. There's a lot of work to do and determine, what does the future look like? What do all the properties look like? What do the brand standards look like across the board? That's success, is rolling this out at a larger scale and the recognition.
Yeah, 7-1 is just the starting line.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, look, we'll get you out of here on a fun one. What is the best meal that either of you have had at one of our Ember properties?
I think the Wheeling Island Buffet.
I've heard it's outstanding.
It's pretty good.
I'm embarrassed I haven't gotten there. I really
need
need
to.
to. I know.
We're going to show all the love to Wheeling. That's okay. It's my home
Okay,
property,
well,
too.
I'll say Ignite Steakhouse at Southland was pretty awesome. We had a curated special meal from Kevin, our chef, there one night. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is good. So the point is near and dear to my heart. I will tell you that it is always good and consistent. I'm a filet girl. So anytime that I'm there and eat at their steakhouse, it is my absolute favorite. The service is what makes it. There's the people that have been there long tenure. They know you. They know your order. They take care of you. It's where you feel welcome. It's Ember.
Awesome. Well, Jill and Lee, thank you so much for taking the time. We know your plates are full right now. So the fact that you took 20 minutes to talk to us, we're always so grateful when our leaders come and spend some time with us on the guest list. So thanks to both of you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.